Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're actually going to just cover the status between 3A and C earbuds that I actually got to try out for a little bit less than 6 months. And just kind of go over the ups and downs and some of my experiences with them. So I will actually show you, let's see here. Their website looks like they're still selling it. Retail's $249. Now it's $149 because I think they might be or might have just come out with a new set. So yeah, let me get into it. But basically, the quality is the biggest nice thing about these. The audio quality is great. You can kind of see I have one of them in right now. It is comparable to, I have studio monitors and a whole proper setup that sound amazing, like a really good deep bass range up to the treble. Speakers and subwoofers combined are 4-way crossovers, right? This is a 3-way. It does a pretty good job being in-ear. They're the closest I've ever heard on earbuds or headphones that can rival that setup, that can get as close as possible to something that professional. And I even have these Beats Pros. They're a little old now. They're about 10 years. They were $400, whereas these were $150. So and I think honestly these sound better. They have better bass extension and treble, whereas the Beats headphones are more in the middle. I don't think the treble is quite there. I feel like it rolls off. So, and especially on the bass, these actually go all the way. So they're quite good. But that's kind of where the advantages stop. So some of the issues here, first of all, this case is huge. Imagine that in your pocket, right? You know, and you put that next to your cell phone and you have it shoved in your pocket. It's going to look a little bit like that. So that's how it's going to look in your pocket. Not comfortable at all. Whether you have a wallet or keys, it's going to basically do that. You definitely wouldn't want that. I mean, that's a pretty big, you know, object sticking out of your pocket there. So that's a pretty big deal. The case is a huge issue. It's hard to find a good spot in your pocket for that. And then one of the other issues I've noticed is when you open them, they don't always make good contact. So you can kind of see, you can even hear it, that wiggle, and you see it wiggling. So because of that, you see that red light? I'm actually untouching and retouching the contacts. So it's thinking I took it out and then I put it back in. So it's charging again. So that's an issue. And it uses these little contacts here. So if they don't get perfect contact, and with that wiggle they don't always do, it will try to uncharge and recharge. So this one's pretty good because I don't use it as much, but this other one I do. So it will get put into the case, left overnight, not charging, and then come back to it and it's not charged and I can't use it. So that's a real problem. So that's the second issue. You have the size of the case, issue number 1, the contacts, issue number 2. Issue number 3 is the size of it. It sticks out pretty far from your ear. If you look at this thing, it is huge because it has that subwoofer in there. But they didn't really make it ergonomic. It comes straight out, right? And then it angles, instead of somehow trying to angle it in so it kind of wraps naturally around any ear. So what you'll notice is it actually sticks out quite a bit, right? So that's pretty uncomfortable, but you know, you can deal with it. It's not too big a deal, but since it sticks out when you move around, it will actually, it's more likely, it'll swing around and it'll more likely drop out of your ear. And I actually had it fall into the grass once in the evening, and I had to play music really loud to try to, you know, find it and get it out of the grass. And it was very difficult. So the ergonomics, the way it sticks out, it's more likely to fall out, especially because of how far it sticks out. And even though this doesn't go all the way in the ear, if it didn't stick out as much, it would be okay. That's really what's contributing to that. Which then takes me to issue number 4. So I'm always pushing it in to kind of like, you know, get it going and get it back in. Well, when you do that, you're turning up the volume on the right earbud and turning it down on the left. So now it's blasting in my ear because of this capacitive touch. And then sometimes if I do it quickly, I just played something and I just paused something. So if I'm just pushing it in quickly, it's either playing, pausing, turning up the volume and blasting it in your ear, or turning it all the way down so you can't hear something, which is terrible on a call because then you'll wonder what's going on. So Quality is amazing, but they have these design flaws that they need to work out. I think they can solve the case issue pretty well, at least a little bit. If they even reduce this by maybe 20 to 30%, that's a massive advantage. The charge contacts is another thing. And the other two little capacitive touch and the way it hangs out are the other issues. And there's actually a fifth issue. Because of the way it detects whether it's in your ear or not, it only really knows if you pull it out the case. It does not, it's giant case, right? I'm dropping it. It does not know whenever you put it in your ear and take it out your ear. Even if it jostles around, it's going to think that you took it out of the case, and it's going to activate the earbud and take it off the phone. So I've been in calls where this will jostle around. Maybe I touched it or just opened the lid or something like that, and it took over the call into the earbuds, and now I'm not on the handset. And so I'm constantly trying to fight whether it's on the earbud or the phone a lot. So that is another issue that they can resolve. How you can just put it in your ear, a lot like how Earbuds do it today, especially like AirPods. So the quality is amazing, but they just have these design flaws that need to get worked out. Hopefully they do that. I'm not sure about their newest model. For me personally, I use it a lot doing things on my computer because the music quality is great. You really have to have both of them in to get the proper effect for the sound. Otherwise it can sound weird because of the treble, but that's because it's actually producing more of that. So if you have both of them in, you will get a better quality, and you'll actually feel that soundstage come out. Sound quality is amazing. They got to get these kinks out though. Those things add up, and you find that you're starting to fight the device, right? I've noticed those issues within just a few weeks, and I've been using it for up to 6 months now. So I'm almost tempted to not use it for things like calls or just being out and about, and only using it at home for music listening and places where I don't have to worry about losing them. So anyway, if you want to see more content like this, let us know. The reason I reviewed these is because I own them, and I decided to try them out, and things that I'm able to experiment with, I will do an occasional review on. If you do have anything you want us to talk about, let us know. Otherwise, like or subscribe, and see you on the next one.